Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So continuing on the Fusions EZA showcases, we now have COOLIEZA. His sticker effect is not the worst, at least he's got some actual effects going on here. So obviously this is the fusion of Cooler and Frieza. Pretty interesting looking design. I think he looks pretty cool. And yeah, his EZA is certainly very interesting. So same type of pointless leader skill. His super attack effect, he greatly raises attack, it's an infinite stack, and raises defense infinitely as well. So obviously the greatly raises attack is 50%, raises defense is 30%, but both are infinitely stacking, which is obviously very good. His passive is attack and defense 120 when performing a super attack. High chance of launching an additional super attack, so 50%. Chance of performing a crit 10% with each super attack performed up to 30%. So once he super attacked 3 times, built-in 30% chance to crit. And then he gives Fusion or Wicked Bloodline category Extreme Class Allies attack and defense 30%. So just like Weirus, you can use him as a support unit as well. He's on Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline and Terrifying Conquerors, as well as the typical Fusion and Crossover. So we are going to run him on a, well, it's technically a Wicked Bloodline team, but obviously it's a Transformation Boost slash Terrifying Conquerors team because it's double Cooler leads. But every single unit is a Wicked Bloodline character. We're on the Goku family stage because I thought that was pretty appropriate. Of course, we had COOLIEZA on turn 2, and Bardock survived with the tiniest sliver of health. So we're not going to get the opportunity to see an additional super attack or anything like that. Considering he gets all of his attack and defense on super attack until you start actually stacking up, 100k at the start of the turn is not terrible. We're obviously getting support from Cooler and Golden Cooler here. So we'll go ahead and do this. Obviously, ideally, we probably wouldn't want him in slot 1, but in this particular instance, like, we need to get an attack in so we can actually, of course we get super attack. I was going to say, we need to get an attack in so we can at least start to get our stacking going, but 3.1 million on his first super attack is definitely not bad at all. Hopefully we'll get more of an opportunity to actually show him off a little bit, but longer events is definitely going to be where he is going to shine, because of course we actually, let's just go ahead and transform this Cooler. I brought the Frieza because against a Goku family enemy, he's obviously a really good tank as well as a support unit. So since we're doing the Goku family stage, it makes perfect sense to bring him along here. And he can be a nice addition, floating in the 3rd spot to provide some support. Buff up those numbers a little bit. Obviously, STR Cooler, once he's transformed, guaranteed crits against the Saiyans, as well as the fact that we're going to be getting infinitely stacking attack. He's got built-in additional chance. So like, both of these units obviously very good for long form events. Cooler unfortunately not stacking his defense. Imagine how insane Cooler would still be considered to this day if he infinitely stacked attack and defense in his transformed form. That'd be insane. But anyway, I mean, here he is putting on a show. Get the additional normal, then we get the additional from the hidden potential. So another guaranteed crit. Raditz is definitely not surviving the turn here, and we can go on to the next phase. So what we're going to do here, perfect. So one of COOLIEZA's best link partners is this LR Frieza. Now we have Shattering the Limit available with Golden Cooler, so if we do this, we have every single link except for Fused Fighter active, which is very, very cool. Prime Battle LR Frieza does get 6 key in slot 1 if you're fighting against a super type enemy. So bear in mind, we got 114k defense, but we are getting, was it 120% on super, as well as then of course the actual stack from his super attack effect. So already at this point he's going to be over 200k after supering, which isn't too bad. Obviously he's an infinite stacker, so he starts off a little bit lower than some of the other units that we've showcased, but the number is obviously going to keep climbing higher and higher. So be interesting to see what attack stat we get here as well, because remember, he's greatly raising every time, and he has that built-in chance to additional. So 3.2, can we get, if we get the best RNG possible, so we only got the 1 super, if we get the best RNG possible, we can triple super with him, because obviously he has the chance to additional from his passive, and then you have the chance from the hidden potential system as well. This is one of the units that I wish I'd known the details of before the discounts of the version Z, like changing the hidden potential, went away. because based on just what he did originally before getting his EZA, I did have mine with more crit than additional. And obviously now that he builds up having a built-in 30% crit chance once you super attack 3 times and is an infinite stacker, then kind of goes without saying that you really want to prioritize additionals for him. So unfortunately mine has a little more crit than I would have liked. Obviously any copies I pull in the future, considering all of these fusion units are in the general pool, so they are available on pretty much every banner. You'll often see them showing up as like the GSSR on random multis. So any future copies of Cooleza that I pull, I will use to change some of his crit stars into additional. So now we have the support from this Frieza, who also... Actually, wait, is he Fist Battle as well? Yeah, he is. So we're missing out on Shattering the Limit. We have 130k defense at this point. So let's go ahead and grab these for you. Obviously, the good thing about Cooleza compared to some of the other ones that we've shown off so far is we don't have to worry about any sort of specific number of orbs obtained or anything like that. We just need to get his super attack and then he'll be all good. So pretty cool that he is a great link partner with this Prime Battle Frieza, because obviously Prime Battle Frieza, newer units have released, of course. Power creep is always going to be a thing, but still a very, very good free-to-play unit. Still one of the best in the game, even though he may not be the best anymore. There's the double super from Cooleza, which is enough to finish off Gohan. So maybe that could have been the triple super turn, but we didn't get to see it. I'm more interested in seeing in this one. This is probably one of the ones where I will go right up into the final stage before quitting out, because I would like to see what his defense and that is looking like at the very end of these long form events, because obviously as an infinite stacking unit, right, that's what he's designed for. Because I wonder, like, depending on how high his defense actually gets towards the end of one of these longer events would kind of determine whether or not he would actually be useful in the legendary Vegeta event, because obviously he's got type disadvantage against Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So with no item active, I'm pretty sure even with, you know, optimal getting additional super attacks along the way and all that kind of stuff, he probably is not surviving the final flash from that Vegeta, but I guess we would have to see. So we're getting extra support from Cooler now as well, so we're at 179k. Now, bearing in mind that from his passive, he gets all of his defense on super attack. Starting the turn at 179k is not particularly bad, I will say. So let's go ahead and grab these. Grab these for you. So he's like well over 300, especially with his super attack effect as well. Potentially even closing in on 350 in terms of defense already. So obviously very, very good. And what is his attack stat going to be for this turn? We're already up into like the 3.5 sort of million area. 4.1 now. Okay, with that little bit of extra support from Cooler. Very good. The only thing, of course, with this one being a little bit easier, we're not getting as much chance to additional as we would in a more difficult event. But I mean, even so, he's still doing pretty well, even though we've only been getting one super attack per turn for a large majority of the run so far. He's still been doing very, very well. So transforming Frieza transformed into Golden Frieza now, so we get the guaranteed crit turn. I think Goku Jr. is the last enemy, isn't it? Yeah, we've flown through this stage. I thought it'd be appropriate to do the Goku family one, but of course, Goku family is not the hardest stage anymore. And of course, now we're getting the Dokkan attack with STR EZA, which is going to be a guaranteed crit. So even though I have skipped the Dokkan nodes, the combination of this and then Golden Frieza getting a guaranteed crit, and then there's Cooler getting additional super. So I guess that is going to be GG for this one. But I mean, you saw really the great thing about Cooleza in this run is that we didn't even really get to go that long, and we already saw attack stats over 4 million. You know, his defense over 350k after supering. He's a support unit for this team as well. And of course, you know, just like Wirus, whilst he is supporting this other category, he's also supporting Fusion. So if you want to run him on that Fusion team with the new EZAs, they all share at least Shattering the Limit and Fused Fire. And then obviously there's a couple of extra links in there as well. So Cooleza, I think he's very straightforward, but he's very good. Cool design. He's on some cool teams, so be interesting to see if they add like a Wicked Bloodline mission to one of the longer form events in the future. Then obviously he's going to be very good for that, because any sort of infinite stacking unit is going to be decent for those longer form events. But be interesting to see what he's like once we take him into Super Battle Road. But definitely an interesting unit and a cool design. So let me know what you think of Cooleza down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.